establish in Iowa 5060.
Panavia Marham, RAF
Ghost 1-1, ready for departure. Ghost 1-1 now, line up. Line up, Ghost.
Oh, here we go. Ghost 1-1 flight.
Ghost 1-1, let's take off, surface wind 1908 knots. Clear takeoff, go.
Oh, ladies, gents, teddy bears, sorry I've been a little bit quiet. Little change of plan due to the fact that the plan was unplanned. Bit of a change of plan. This was a choice between Marham and Holbeach. Unfortunately, There's been a few cancellations at Hull Beach, and none to say there's still a NOTAM for tonight. But we'll see how it works out today here at RAF Marham. We have got a single red arrow, red 2, just making an approach. And you'll notice that the runway numbers have changed. And we've always said about how runway numbers are formed due to the fact that magnetic north changes every second of the day. And if it moves too much, then there's a bit of scrubbing and paint work. But I'm not sure if they've actually changed the runway numbers actually physically on the runway. But nevertheless, they are now runway 05 and 23, Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Marham. And we began with Ghost departing as a singleton. And we are now having a practice diversion from a single red arrow. And the red arrows who are now based at RAF Waddington. How are we doing on this fine, is it Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. What are we doing on this Thursday? But as we said, there is still a NOTAM. That's the risk, though, with places like Hull Beach and every single military base. But I don't really like changing plans and coming in too soon. I got here just before 1400 and departing was Ghost 11. Cleared low approach, here we go. Red 2, I'll be on in a second. I haven't really made myself known or introduced. Anyway, Ted Coningsby channel. Hoping the signal is all good here. Hoping everything's sweet and neat. Big shout out to everyone for last night that tuned in, and for the night flying sessions that we've been producing for you over Tuesday and Wednesday at RAF Coningsby. Now Marham are on nights as well, so we'll see how this is going to rack up for tonight. But we won't be here too long due to the fact that we got to make tracks and get a little bit of sleep and head over to Lake and Heath for Quick Climb Friday. Here we go. Beautiful. There we go, ladies, gents and teddy bears. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Just catch up with you as well. Just done a bit of a, this could be a little test stream as well. I've tested out a couple of things too, because you know what Marham's like. And let's have a look. Let's get some feedback from you. I'm just gonna have a little chat. very, very good afternoon to everyone that's tuned in. Hope you're all good, hope you're well. Right, let's get some intros just really quickly. Now we're doing a bit on the low side, that one.
You're also readability 5.
Well, how's it all going, ladies, gents and teddy bears? I'm gonna have to put my my hat on. Hope you're all good, hope you're well. Yeah, so I did make a plan. I like to make a plan and keep it that way, but the problem is got to Hull Beach around about, I think it was about, what time did we get there, Ted? It's our Squadron Leader. Well, my name's Nikos. This is Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby. Ted Coningsby channel. And yes, we've had to change plans, but that's the way it is. That's the nature of military aviation. You just never know what's going to happen next. So, yeah, we got there around about sort of, let's have a look, 12, about that, 12 o'clock, do you think, Ted? We all set up, ready to go, ready to catch whatever was coming, and it cancelled, so that's sad time. So we've had to, I mean, this was on our noted, it was either Hull Beach or RAF Marham. We've come here, I don't even know if any of the dates or anything are correct, I hope they are, but yeah, that's the nature of it, and we've always said that about military aviation. I mean, it could be just that only one F-35B. Now they have the F-35Bs here, unlike RAF Lakenheath, where they have the A variant. So the A variant is a CTOL aircraft, so that's conventional takeoff and land, just like any other aircraft, like a Typhoon, for example. And the B variant is the STOVL, so that's short takeoff and vertical land. So it can land vertically and it can do a short takeoff as well, which is pretty cool. We got some videos on the short takeoff, the STO, really, really cool to watch, really nice. Yes, so we have two squadrons here that have the F-35Bs. That's the 617 squadron, that's the famous Dambusters, and we've got the operational conversion unit as well, 207. Now they're an operation conversion unit for both the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy, so they do both, okay? So yeah, it's definitely a lovely day today, really nice and blue skies, and yeah, I don't really like changing plan. Like I said, I was all set up, ready to go. I'm not a type of person that likes to stick to a plan regardless, but if there's nothing coming and it's all cancelled, what do? There's nothing you can do other than forced to change plans. So let's see, let's hope for some more F-35B action. We are live here at RAF Marham with the new runway numbers 05 and 23. So you've just watched a red arrow and you've seen one for F-35B take off, so that's one F-35B airborne to return. Okay, let's let me just catch up on the old comms, see what's going on, see what's happening. Yeah, it's a lovely place, not really a lot of viewing points. This is the only place you really can, and it's by a road called just off the road called Chalk Road. Yeah, like I said, I'm one of those people that likes to make a plan and stick with it. But hey. Right, I'll catch up with you in the chat, see how we're all doing. Hope we're all good. Oh yeah. Right, good afternoon everyone. Heather from watching from Australia. How's it going, girl? Hope all good. Spanner Flight, how's it going? Bex, Rebecca watching from Wales. Chris Blocks and oi, Amy Coburn, what's going on? And hope you're all well and all good. Mayhem Marshy, welcome back. Been away, enjoyed, hope you rested well. Yes, I've been putting in a few hours here. It's all good. So ladies, gents and teddy bears, Ted Coningsby channeled live here at RAF Marham. I hope you're well and I hope you're all good, feeling well, and I'll be on the chats now. Apologies for sort of silence and a bit of a jilty start due to the fact that we've had to change location, which I don't like doing. Really annoying, but hey, it's just one of those things. Hope we are all good. So don't forget to start hitting that like, please, ladies, gents and teddy bears. And I'll be on the chats now with you as soon as I get settled. Like I said, I like to, I'm just one of those people that like to get a plan and stick with it. But unfortunately, there was been a few cancellations, actually all of the cancellations. There is still a NOTAM for tonight between 5 and 9 p.m. local. Amy, thank you so much for the sunscreen. Yeah, actually, I've got to get my let me put my hat on. Good chow. Right. Got to show my my hat in a second. I've got a nice Royal Air Force baseball hat there now. It's all good. Hope you are all good. And I hope you enjoyed the last 3 streams that we've done so far. 2 night times. And we are on our way to 25k, ladies, gents and teddy bears. I'll get a guards march for you as well, Amy Coburn. Just going to catch up with everyone really quickly. Robert Brassel, good day everyone. Heather, good day to you, watching from Australia. Christopher Carr, oi oi to you. Harley one, I love that t-shirt, Nikos. They are available to buy in, you get the Typhoon ones available in white. We do children's sizes as well. And we've also got our navy blue top Ted one as well. and I hope you are all good. It's certainly feels like more like summer now. Harley One, how you doing? Hope you're all good. Samuli Solkipar, nice again, Ted. I do like to try and pronounce things properly. Rene Guessing, Joshua Leclerc, how's it going? How did I get the shirt? We sell them online. Check out the Ted Coningsby online shop. Go to our website, tedconingsby.co.uk. They are a fast seller. Kira Brown, hello to you. Captain A, oi oi. John Minter, thanks again for your messages and emails. Rebecca, how's it all going? It's been a very exciting week with this being the 4th day in a row of streams, and we got a lucky one as well tomorrow, hopefully. Quick Climb Friday. Simon Davis, how's it all going? Yeah, you always get the F-15s and F-35s, the Lakenheath traffic, as it's so close. Andy Williams, Robert Pimlock, Kirsty, Ellie J Approach watching from Germany, how's it all going? Chris Bloxham, oi oi. Ginger Bailey, don't forget sunscreen for Ted. Yeah, he's, where is he? See, he's all good now. Just got to do a guards march. Don't forget to support the channel, please, ladies, gents and teddy bears. We got Bavin Show. I can't pronounce that, but I'll do my best. Bamshoe from Denmark. Cool, we had Sweden the other day as well. Lots of new countries tuning in to the scene. Thank you so much, everyone that has tuned in. Right. Amy Coburn, how's it going? Yeah, Marham can be a very quiet place, but I'll tell you what, it's well, it's going to be busier than Holbeach at the moment due to the fact that there's zero going on. And I've got some good news for you. It's the fact that I can hear an F-35 that's running. So we're going to get another departure, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Ted, let's go for him, mate, because you're going to burn yourself out there, mate. So, Amy Coburn, thank you so much for the super chat. Please support the Ted Coningsby channel. We are full-time streamers. That's right, the TCS, giving it some, no matter where we are. This is RAF Marham, the only F-35B station in the UK here for the Royal Air Force. So, guards march for Amy. Thank you very much. We've just tuned it down a bit to 720, unfortunately, because the signal can be very unpredictable. So I'm just giving the bit rate a bit of a day off today, because the signal here it looks great. It looks really good. It's the top end of high bit rate, but then it will just go. And if we can't, you know, give it a resuscitation, then we're on a bit of Barney rubble. I've kept a little bit higher up than I normally am, and we'll talk about all the little things here. I might have to just stay here today, rather than going backwards and forth, if you're all right with that. So yeah, so you'll be happy to know there is an F-35B running, and we'll talk a little bit about the F-35B. So I had my mind set, so I like to get in a zone. I don't know about you, but I like to get in a zone before a performance, if you know what I mean. I had my mind set on Holbeach and tell you all the wonderful things. Now it's just like, whoa, wipe the slate clean. So I do apologise if it was a little bit all over the place this morning, but as I was setting up, typical, F-35B was departing ghost. But luckily, I say luckily, it was just a single one. In some ways, it wasn't like a full mass launch, because I'd like to get that live for you and make sure. So, but that was only 10 minutes out, by the way, that F-35B departure, okay? So you weren't too far out, okay? So don't feel cheated or anything like that. You know me, I take pride in what I do. Wow, Colin, that's a, so I'm just trying to, didn't even promote any of the streams. I will take a second to just get ready, get back in the zone. So yes, they used to have 06 and runway 24, bit like Lakenheath, but now it's 05 and 23. The way things, I wonder if, but it does depend on, you know, it doesn't mean that all runway numbers that are 06 and 24 are all going to change. You see, it depends on their literally longitude and you know, latitude, where they're positioned. You know, I know it's only what, an hour away from here, but it really does depend, because it all matters on how many degrees of west or east that magnetic north has shifted. Okay, so it can make a major difference. And if you're unfamiliar with, I nearly say it at every stream, how runway numbers are given and how they can change, and it's important to understand that runway numbers are literally direction of travel. They are a bearing. So let's say, for example, this was runway 24 in use. It's now 23, because it's pretty much 240 degrees. Okay, now if you look at your compass and look at 240 degrees where that is. Now, it's not going to be completely accurate, so if you were to stand literally, or if you were to be that F-35B right on that runway, that direction of travel, it will give you a bearing of something like, I don't know, I'm going to guess like 241 degrees. But it must have shifted, and the way runway numbers are given, you round it off to the nearest 10, so 240, and you take off the last digit, leaving you 24. Okay, but what must have happened is, because it could have been, right, it could have been 238 degrees. Again, round it off to the nearest 10, it would be 24. It would be 240 degrees if you were to do that. It must have shifted to somewhere like, I don't know, 234 degrees, which would make it runway 23. And again, because the opposite end is 180 degrees, that is why there's always a difference of 18 in runway numbers, so 05 and 23. I know I say it all the time, but again, this is great because you've actually not seen it physically, but we've been coming here before. We've had videos, you know, saying 06 and 24, but now it actually, do you know what I haven't done on the on there? Marham does actually have 2 runway strips as well, so I didn't put that on there, but hey, they're I don't even know if they still use them anymore, because I remember one point they were unserviceable or not in use. Anyway, how's it all going? Hope you're all good. Ted Coningsby channel here, live at RAF Marham. Do you see what I mean though? It's like I didn't even have this stream ready, like, because I have to prepare it, do all the write-ups. This was a quick copy paste off, you know. Doesn't sound very good like that, but literally changing plan is one of the worst things for me. I'm one of that, like I said, I'm one of those people that like to make sure it's all tickety-boo. But what I did do is manage to get you perhaps, hopefully, a stable signal. So let's have a look. So RAF Marham is one of those bases that do have a runway caravan. Paul Harris, thank you very much for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. This means so much for a little hectic Wednesday for me, but I hope I can get you lots of action for you. We'll do a guards march over this way. It's very, very bright. You know, you are limited. Guards march for you, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Thank you very much there for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. Paul Harris, thank you so much. Guards march for you. And a 9G turn. Thank you so much. Afternoon.
Right, yeah.
Dave Harding, afternoon to you. Steve Morris, oi oi TCS, wow Nikos, you are dedicated. Of course, totally. Hearn Hunter, Marham is in Norfolk. It's about an hour away from, or about 50 minutes from Lakenheath. This is the 4th show this week, there'll be a 5th tomorrow. Well, the weather is absolutely marvellous, and I hope you're all good. Breaking Point Racing, afternoon to you. Matt Foster, how's it going? Nick Banayodu, oi oi. How's it going to you, Nick? All right, Nick Banayodu, I hope you're well. Sam Thorlaway. Jester flight from Lakenheath had checked in as well, but the pilots have said runway 24. Tower's just corrected, it's 23. When did it change, Matt? It's really interesting. I love all this stuff. Yeah, come on. Hello, Craig Bruce, how's it going? I hope you're well, hope you're good. So I think my plan is I'm going to stay here till about 6ish. I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to go to or even 7 o'clock. Chase Pete. So Lakenheath just checking in. High key F-35s. Low approach. We got two, I believe, two F-35s from Lakenheath. Here we go. Cleared low approach. Here we go. It's going to be a high key as well. Loving this. Here we go. It's a high key low approach. It's time to get excited. Where are you? Oh my goodness me, already, look at them. Just falling out the sky. These are F-35As from Lakenheath, chase flight. There we go, bit of Lakenheath, we've had a bit of Waddington here today, we had a bit of everything. Jester flight. I'm confused with call signs, either that or I can't understand the accent at the moment. Sorry about that. Jester, I'm sure it's Jester flight. 1 minute it sounds like chase, unless there's more than I'll find out for you. Sorry about that. It sounds like Chase, sounds like Jester, sounds like everything. Hope you're all good, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Hope you enjoyed that. Bit of Lake and Eve now. We've had a bit of RAF Waddington. We've had it all today. So yeah, got my Royal Air Force hat on. Oi, oi. All is good. Give you a little, again, give you all the history about the base, that kind of thing. The usual treats that I give you guys. So I can hear F-35Bs. Now, this is the Lockheed F-35B Lightning. We always say this, and the RAF do omit the 2. Now, officially it is the Lightning 2, but because this is the 3rd Lightning in the RAF inventory, this becomes not the RAF's Lightning 3, it's just omitted. So it's just the Lockheed Martin Lightning, that's it. F-35B Lightning. Of course, with the United States Air Force, that will be their 2nd Lightning in their inventory, so that's why the 2 comes from. But Royal Air Force, they had the P-38, didn't quite go operationally as to plan. They did have, I think it was 2, I think they had 2 or 3 perhaps. I think it's something like AE, I think the registration at AE391, I think it was. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. I remember I always seem to remember the 2 letters on the Royal Air Force's P-38. But yeah, it's got an interesting story. I can't. I'll have to maybe write a little documentary on that about the Royal Air Force's P-38 and, you know, what happened to it, really, because yeah, they just weren't happy with it. I'm trying to remember I think it's something like Alpha Echo 979, I think it was, and Alpha Echo 978. I think they were very close together, and I think so they started making them, and then the Royal Air Force pulled them out, and I believe they gave it a different name, and I can't remember if France had some. No, don't quote me on that one, but some other country, and they renamed it to something else. But that was officially, technically, the 1st Lightning. Then, of course, in the 60s, they had the English Electric Lightning. That'll be the Royal Air Force's 2nd. And, of course, now the F-35B Lightning would be their 3rd Lightning. Therefore, it becomes the Lightning 3, but they just omit it because something to do with, I'm going to say this because I contacted Airfix about this, and they said that even though the Royal Air Force don't call it the Lightning 2, they do know about this Airfix. I did write them an email, they did get back to me. They said because of the trademark and the copyright, they have to put the 2 on there, regardless if they call it that or not. So that's the story behind that. How cool is that? So yes, we're at RAF Marham, we're live here, Ted Coningsby channel, and it is the home of the F-35 Lightning, the 5th generation multi-role stealth fighter. It's also home to a range of engineering support functions, from maintenance to frontline support. There's about, I'd say, over 3,600 service personnel, civil servants and contractors work here at RAF Marham. There's only 2 flying squadrons here, that's 617 and 207 squadron. We got Reggies here as well. The other elements who are based here, 2620 Squadron Royal Air Force Auxiliary Regiment. There's 15 Squadron RAF Regiment, 6 Royal Air Force Police Lightning Squadron, the Lightning Force HQ and Free Force Protection Wing. A little bit of history with Marham. Opened here in 1916, and it opened as a training establishment and night landing ground. 1937, RAF Marham reopened as a heavy bomber unit, and it's had a lot of history, especially with the famous 115 squadron they've had. They are enriched in history. If you ever get a chance, please visit the Marham Heritage Centre. It is an absolute must. Go and have a look at it. It's not in the base, it's outside the base, so you can go in. Or they'll tell you all about the history and they'll make you lots of tea or coffee. 1957, the atom bomb arrived here at RAF Marham. In 1977, Her Majesty our late Queen became the Honorary Air Commodore of RAF Marham. And in 1982, Victor aircraft from RAF Marham took part in the Operation Black Buck. So it did take part. 1990 saw the Tornado aircraft deployed to the Middle East in support of Operation Granby. Now, we said it opened in 1916 to defend Norfolk from the raids during World War II. After being mothballed between the wars, Marham reopened as an RAF station and began expanding in 1937. By the time war broke out in 1939, it was home to a fleet of the Wellington bombers, especially with 115 Squadron, which flew on the same of the first raids. Flew on some of the first raids of the war. You got twin-engine Mosquitoes here, and Sterling heavy bombers were also here at Marham during the war. Through the 50s and 60s, it was home to a succession of flying tanker units, as the RAF pioneered to air-to-air refuelling. So you'll, if you remember, there was all sorts of Guardians here. We'll talk about the Canberra, we'll talk about the Victor. There was so many gorgeous aircraft. During the Falklands conflict, as we mentioned briefly, Vulcan bomber was refueled in flight on its way to Port Stanley airfield to deny the aggression of the invasion from the Argentines. In 1990, the Tornado squadrons of RAF Marham deployed in the Middle East to what was the start of over 25 years of continuous operations in the region. March 2011, Tornado aircraft flew direct from Marham to attack Gaddafi's air defences as a Libyan conflict flared. Again, it transitioned, used to have Tornadoes here. There is so much history. So again, I'm just So yeah, just trying to get in my my zone for RAF Marham. I can hear the sound of the F-35B getting closer, ladies, gents and teddy bears. So, yeah, the other runway is 01 and 19. So I can confirm there is another F-35B just taxiing. Pseudonym Tiffin time, thank you so much, Pseudonym, for your super chat. Guards march. Thank you very much. Glad to help Ted there. It is an absolutely... well, it feels like summer now. And I've always said this, do you remember when I've said about the PAPI lights? You know, you can't see them unless you're on where the runway is in use. There we go, there is another light just to the left. It's just behind the caravan. Can't actually see it from here. Mayhem Marshy, 6-month service with the Ted Coningsby Squadron, loving the new badge. Spanner Flight, how's it going? Margot, oi, oi, from Edinburgh. It feels like summer, and things are about to get warmed up now with the second departure of the day. Lots of differences between all three main variants. Don't forget, we can always talk about the A, B and C's of the F-35. The F-35A, smaller in dimensions, but can pull the most G. It's got a recommended plus 9G. The F-35B has a plus 7G, and the F-35C, which is the beast, it's got 4 foot on each side, so that's 8 feet wider because of the wingspan. It's got folding wings. Now the C is the carrier variant. We only have, in the Royal Air Force and Navy, they only have the B variant. So in the UK, in Britain, we do have 2 stations with F-35s. Like I said, Lakenheath has the A variant, and the Royal Air Force have the B variant here at RAF Marham. Again, runway numbers have changed. Didn't look over the other side, but there's the other set of PAPI lights. Look, there they are. Precision approach, path indicators. So you can see them on. You remember when we're at crash gate 2 or 1, we can't actually see them because we're in the middle of the runway. You need to be facing the runway in use. So again, if there isn't a caravan, a runway caravan will tell you as a spotter which, or as an enthusiast, which runway is in use. And if they don't have a runway, look out for the runway caravan. Look out for the PAPI lights. So we are by Chalk Lane, pretty much the only sort of viewing location safely. There's parking for about, I don't know, 7-8 cars. Yeah, please don't go right up to that fence. You're going to be entering all sorts of land issues because you've got the farmer's land, and of course the approach lights in that sort of section are owned by the Ministry of Defence. So we have 2 F-35s here. Lovely. Let's have it. Vertical landing coming up for you, and I think I rest my case with the conspiracy here with this this F-35B business with the signal. The locals have something to say about it. Tell you what. One sec, let me just whack a cable on. Let's see what happens now. This is probably going to kill the signal. No! Come on, signal, hang in there. Then there was silence. Oh, yeah. Right, are we even still going? Are we even still streaming? What's going on? What's happening? Talk to me. Margot, thank you so much for the super chat. For Ted's Lossy Mouth Fun, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. You are an absolute star. We love you, Margot. We love you, Margot. We do. We love you, Margot. We do. We love you, Margot. We do. Oh, Margot, we love you. Well, we're in the singing spirit here. Ted, that looks... I tell you what, isn't that like... That is brilliant, the way he's wearing that beret. Okay, so Doom Flight, we've got a flight of 4. I hope that went out all right. I hope that was good. Really, really strange. Thanks a lot, Chris. Really weird, that, man. Really strange. I'm just going to add a cable to that and see if I can rectify something. Right, I'm going to tell you this now. It could be I know it's conspiracy, but it's not. I think it's more realistic rather than a conspiracy. Clearly the F-35B does something to signal. They do use GPS. We use 4G, so maybe I'll use Starlink when I come here and we'll see the difference. I reckon that's what we'll do. I reckon that is the problem, because it does use like a GPS. It uses the 4G network. It's quite obvious it seems to do something. The conspiracy bit, all right, it's not really a conspiracy theory or anything like that. What I'm saying is that the locals seem to get a lot of signal issues when the F-35Bs come out. I don't think it's more of a conspiracy. I think it's got a reason for it. I think it's something to do with the sort of like almost like a surge of like wireless surge from the jets itself, and I think it causes all sorts of disruptions. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a grounding cable, just 2 seconds, to my network and see how that works. Oh, that would mean we need more startups. Here we go. Right, ladies and gents, teddy bears, how we doing? How did it go? Did you manage to see the vertical landing, by the way? Let me know. How did it go with the signal? So did it disrupt it? Apparently we were getting issues the minute they popped out. Good point, actually. I've got to get the tedometer as well for the next lot. I've got the tedometer ready as well. All is good. Thank you very much, everyone, being supportive on my my little change there to get here. Thank you. So we've had Renee guessing, so signal was fine. 5 out of 5. That's more like it. Mighty fine. Stream's good. No breakdown at all, says Steve Morris. Oh, okay. Well, they do a short takeoff. They do short takeoff, which is literally, have a look at our videos. We do have an example of short takeoffs. It's, I don't know how many feet it uses, not a lot, literally. But, okay. Chris, I'm getting reports here that there was no signal loss. I'll have to watch it. I'm just watching the landing now, actually. Oh, glitches on takeoff, landing was good. Cool, thank you. Signal fine after the, yeah, that's cool. It's really weird. Right, okay, so I've mastered the, I'd love to see what sort of glitches they were, actually. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I got it. I see it, but you did get to see them take off. That's fine. Cool. I just love all this. I'm learning and yeah, no, appreciate that. Thanks very much. But yeah, I've toned it down to 720 to give it a little bit more stability around here, because not only do we have the you know, the signal issues. And it's really strange. You've got a real strong signal and it will just drop for like a few seconds and then come back up again. So that you could be experiencing that. And then with this sort of like, I'm going to call it conspiracy. We don't know if it's true or not, but there is definitely logic in that matter. The fact that you know, but you don't get that at Lakenheath. This is so weird. So one will never know. But at least we got to see what, 5 takeoffs. 1 Red Arrow practice diversion and 2 F-35As as well. How cool is that? That's pretty good though, isn't it? I'd say that was great. Landing perfect. Well, that was the Chris, I'll tell you what. So Chris has messaged me in the background. I'll tell you what, it was the landing that was the issues before. So we've solved one problem and got one more to fix. So that's good. So it clearly shows it does make a difference to just tone it down a little bit. Yeah, I just had a little replay with that. So thanks everyone for, you know, all this massive support. It is so overwhelming from you guys, so really, really appreciate that. Right, I'm just it's on this bit here. Actually, while we're here, you can see the approach lights. It's the approach to the newly numbered runway 23. There is 01 and 19 as well. But yeah, certainly a better choice than just staying at Hull Beach with nothing there at the moment until about sort of 7:40. But that's if they turn up. So I'm going to cancel Hull Beach today. I'm going to just stay here until 7 o'clock. Might as well, as we're here, keep it going, keep the stream, keep the dream, right? So thank you very much. So yeah, ladies, gents and teddy bears, how are we doing? Yeah, that's it. I love my fans. I love you all. I really do. I really just... You have been so supportive. It is amazing. You know, we're on a journey. We're on an absolutely amazing journey, and I just love bringing you pure military aviation, no matter where it is. And if I have to make quick moves, then I will make quick moves for you, because, you know, I was in that position where I was at Hull Beach. What do I do? Where do I go? Do I do it? And I'm looking at the time, and the minute is ticking by, minute by minute, and I know at 1400 they are going to take off, and I just had this feeling, because that's when the runway was open. I hope you like my little Royal Air Force hat there. Minute by minute I just thought, right, let's just do it. Think, just do it, don't think, right? I think you know who said that. Just do it, don't think, just do it, you know. And we did. And now I'm going to get in the zone for Marham. I'm not going to go to Hull Beach. I just feel I like to get in the zone and bring you, you know, get right into it. I feel like it just doesn't feel right to bring half a show. I hate that. I don't really like doing it. I mean, when I first started out, I was doing a bit here and there and trying things out, but I want to give you the best. We're on a journey together. We're in it together, you and I, on the screen, you know. We're in it together. I'm going on a right adventure. I am absolutely going on a military aviation adventure with our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby, and all his bear friends and the Claire Bear. We are going for it. Hope you enjoyed Claire Bear's moment of fame yesterday as well. She was on there for quite a bit. There were some real funny scenes as well, which was quite, you know, it was fun, and I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, we are going everywhere. We're going to mix it up. I love this. You know, maybe I do need to get a bit more. It wasn't really a plan B. You know, everything was there, and maybe I should have known better, but I shouldn't beat up myself about it. It's just one of those things, and I made the right switch to come here. It's just little things for me. I haven't done the hashtags, and I haven't done the right thumbnail. I just want to improve this, you know. But tomorrow it's all good. Thanks a lot, Viv, for spotting out the date. Just little things like that. But you know, but yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be Marham or Hull Beach. I made that decision. I like to keep that for you, but like I said, they cancelled. I won't go on about it now. That's it now for that. Yeah, all good. I'm actually really excited about a runway change, and I'll tell you why, because I keep mentioning it about this magnetic declination, and it's happened. It's actually happened. And it's not always that all runway 24s and 06s are going to change. Like I said, it depends on that little degree, if it goes too far or whatever. It's really interesting, so I'm happy about that, because I've always gone on about it. So yeah, lots of things to do here. If you ever get a chance, do visit the Marham Heritage Centre. It is amazing. The lads in there are just, the guys in there will just make you tea and coffee. They're just wonderful. Ted's got his membership to there, and they do rely on public donations as well. And there's no aircraft in there, but they bring it to life, and I believe they've got our video playing in the background, haven't they? Yeah, all good. So yeah, Marham is enriched with a lot of history. We'll talk about that very shortly, and to give you all the details. How are we doing? How we're feeling on this finest of Thursdays, which does feel like summer for once. It's all good. And we've got the famous Ted Cam over the other side as well. It's quite far down that way. We're normally further down, to be honest, and I wanted to keep a lot closer here. There's two reasons why I wanted to be a bit closer to the road. was you'll get a lot more, because of the angle that they're coming in, you'll get a lot more of a side-on shot, hopefully, he says. If you go too far to the approach, because this little path cuts right through, if you go too far, you're just going to get undercarriage shots. So I wanted to keep it a little bit closer to the road for once. And also, I thought the signal will be stronger, but it is and isn't. It's like... So yeah, all is good. So yeah, we got 4 airborne. I mean, it's been quite good, really, if you think about it. We've had 5 takeoffs, a red arrow, and 2 F-35As from Lakenheath do low approaches. I mean, that's a great day already. We got the tedometer ready as well. I'm all ready to go now. I'm all happy now. I'm all good, you know. Let's have a look what else we got here. So yeah, they do have a runway caravan here. This is really the only sort of place. If they use runway 05 the other end, it's you start getting into obstacles such as farmers land and and this and that, and it's by the main road and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, we'll just stick with here. So yeah, really recommend it when they're using runway 23. Got to get used to that, not to get caught out. You will hear a lot of fighter aircraft above in the skies, just heading home. There can be typhoons as well, and of course you get the US Air Force as well, heading back to Lakenheath. And sometimes they just like to come and see Ted, by the look of it. Did you enjoy it? I mean, they came to see Ted, I reckon. That's what it was, getting ready for tomorrow's Quick Climb Friday. So Joshua McCabe, great job, Nikos and Ted. Landing was good, shape of the F-35. Landing was good, shape of the... I love the F-35, I'm a big fan of the F-35. So we're big fans of aircraft, we don't mind if that's the future. Because don't forget, it has to have that shape due to stealth. It can't look like an ordinary aircraft. It has to... That's part of the stealth attribute, is to make sure it doesn't have any of the pointy bits or too much sharpness of a rigid traditional aircraft. So some of that mold, it almost looks like a molded smooth clay mold can really confuse the radar. Margot, check out Ted's shorts. No, not his clothing, but his videos. They are brilliant, short and very sweet. Thank you very much, Margot. Selwyn Owen, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. Much love to you. Dr. Soda, oi oi. BAL, oi oi. Renee Gessing, how's it going? Hope you're all good. Yeah, I've had a look at it. Don't worry, we will get there. We will master this. We will master Marham. Oh, that doesn't help. Stop walking into the tripod. Sorry about that. Joe Fagan, oi oi. Keith's Goldbranson, Nikos, I'm enjoying your broadcast very much, thank you. Please could you advise on the best location for spotting at Marham? All the best, Keith. Of course I can. Keith, this is the only place. You look, what you want is, if you go on, what you want is Chalk Lane. That's all you need, and you'll notice the lay-by because runway 23 is right next to it. Have a look. You'll see it. I won't pan it over because there's people's cars there and there's there's people there, but you're looking for Chalk Road and you want it to sort of line up with 23. So if I was to swing round, here we go, without getting you dizzy. Look, so I'm on Chalk Road. If you look on Google Maps as well, put on Chalk Road. Tell you what, I'll see what I can do, right? You can hear the road noise. Let me just, I'll try and get the Tedmobile. There's the Tedmobile, look. And there's the Ted cam. Oi oi Ted cam. Yep. and I'm not that far. You just walk down. You can walk. I wouldn't, you know, don't go, you know, into the approach areas or anything like that. I don't recommend it. You're just gonna get deafened. But, and then when you start, you know, venturing down this way, you're gonna end up being on MOD property with the approach zone, and then of course farmers land and sticky stuff like that. So I just, you know how we do things. We always play safe. We always play the rules. You know, I've never had any problems here with the farmer or the MOD. They always give us a wave. But we are far away. We don't really get any buildings in there, which I know. We try and keep things sweet and neat. We, you know, it's courtesy. And you know, at the end of the day, enjoy it, have fun. But you know, that fence, by the way, it's like it might as well not have one. By the way, yeah, I shouldn't really say that, but it's just like, wow, that is not really a fence. It's a bit like Cranwell, if you know the height of Cranwell fence. In fact, there's some areas that don't even have one, but it's the way it is. Maybe we should chip in, Ted, and get them a fence. It is absolutely scorching here today. What? We got 24.6 thousands. Really? 24.6k. My goodness me. Farmers' lands and sticky stuff. Do you like that? Nick Ward, Nikos working hard. I'm always working hard, man. I try my best. Yeah, I mean, Yanis, you know, I don't get this at Lakenheath. I don't get any of that at all. This is the strangest bit. It's always with the B variant. Matt Valentine had a fantastic, deafening time at Lakenheath yesterday. Nikos, loved my first time. Enjoy. They might have something to say about that. Living the dream. How's it going, Mark? Afternoon, Nikos and Ted. What a glorious day at Marham. Hoping it busier than last time you were there, but it is what it is. Absolutely enjoyed the sun and F-35 action. Well, 5 F-35Bs takeoffs, 1 Red Arrow and 2 F-35A low approaches. I'd say that was a good day. What do you reckon already? And the F-35Bs have still got to come back. So I hope you're all well. So let's have a look at a bit of the history with Marham, because it is spectacular stuff. Tell you what, I might get a nice YouTube short from the they come back as a 4 ship. So yeah, got my hat on, got staying hydrated. So yeah, runway numbers have changed, all is good. So RAF Marham, deter is the motto for the base. Wikipedia need to do a bit of changing. They've still got 06 and 24, but it was only recent. How are we all doing anyway? Hope we're all good. So RAF Marham opened in August 1916, close to the former Royal Naval Air Station Narborough. Now there's some remains just across the road here from the RAF Narborough station as well. So it's got a nice memorial and a plaque, and there's some really good stories actually about some of the aircraft that crashed. I say there's some good stories because there was some very, very nice stories being told by the guys at the Marham the Marham Heritage Centre, telling us about the all the guys that were rescued from there and things like that. So yeah, have a look at it, check it out. So opened in 1916. And of course, being pre-1980, was part of the Royal Flying Corps, the RFC. Throughout the First World War, Marham's role was focused on defending Norfolk from the Zeppelin raids. 51 Squadron became the first RFC unit to be stationed here at Marham. So outside the home defence, Marham also acted as a training base for nighttime flying, provided by 51 Squadron during the times of the First World War. You got number 191 Night Training Squadron, which formed at Marham on the 6th of November 1917 to provide training for nighttime operations. They were based there until moving to Upwood, and if you know Upwood, you know that it means quite a lot to us, and we've got a lot of dedicated photos. We've done a lot of photo shoots, and we've done a lot of renovating, shall we say? Renovating, is that the right word? Sort of refurbishing, probably the better word. We've been salvaging bits of Upwood and just basically refurbishing it to its past glory, its former glory, such as the flooring that I've put together. I had people that served there, or their husbands served there, and I've sent them to the US. They were so happy because I had a lot of the servicemen's wives saying, "Wow, you know, my husband served there at Upwood. Can you please send me some of the flooring?" And yeah, I did. Of course, no charge. How cool is that? I even salvaged some of the steelworks of the air raid shelter, the benches. I've got that in my garden. You know, is it upcycle? Is that what you call it? Giving it a new purpose in life? So it's basically the air raid shelter benches. Managed to salvage that. Basically, it was going in the skip. It was going to get thrown away. It's been completely demolished. I don't think there's anything left of RAF Upwood anyway. Sorry, going on about RAF Upwood there. But anyway, let's have a look. So let's move to 1935. Work started on a new airfield, which became active on the 1st of April 1937. And resident heavy bomber unit within number 3 group, RAF Bomber Command. First squadron to arrive here was 38. Arrived on the 5th of May 1937 with the Fairey Hendon bombers. And then, of course, we've spoken about them before. Ted Squadron, number 115 Squadron. I say Ted Squadron because Ted has flown with 115 Squadron, who are now based at Wittering, training with the little tutors, little Grob tutor 115s. So number 115 Squadron reformed at Marham with the Handley Page Harrow, initially sharing the number 38 Squadron Hendon until Harrow deliveries were completed in August. 38 Squadron received Vickers Wellingtons as well. We've had a number of short Stirlings as well come here. Mosquitoes with 105 Squadron. They arrived in 41. Marham became part of the Pathfinder Force. During March 1944, Marham closed for the construction of new concrete runways, perimeter track and dispersal areas, marking the end of its wartime operations. Now, the 3 new runways were of the familiar wartime triangular pattern that you see. You'll see this a lot even in modern RAF stations, but of course not many of them are in use. But I know Coningsby still has runway 12 and 30. But Marham was only 1 or 2 sites built as a heavy bomber airfield. The other one was nearby RAF Sculthorpe, which is still in existence today. During the Cold War, let's move to that era. So from 15th of March to 31st of October 1946, Marham hosted 7 B-17 Flying Fortresses and 3 modified B-29 Super Fortresses of the United States Army Air Force during Project Ruby, which was a series of trials to test the effectiveness of deep penetration bombs such as Grand Slam and Disney against massive reinforced concrete targets. When you go to the Marham Heritage Centre, you'll be able to see lots of artefacts, the blues, medals, artifacts, just loads of stuff. It's amazing. You'll see some photos of the B-29s, B-17s. 9 B-29s of 340th Bombardment Squadron arrived at Marham on the 9th of June 1947 as part of a goodwill visit to the United Kingdom. Between 48 and March 1950, US Air Force B-29s and B-50s of the 2nd, 22nd, 43rd and 307th and 509th Bombardment Groups spent time at RAF Marham. Awesome. Boeing Washington B-1s arrived here at Marham as well in the 50s. And in the 50s, Marham Airfield was home to Royal Air Force units operating the English Electric Canberra. And later the V-Bomber Force and tankers, Vickers, Valiant and the Handley Page Victor. Such gorgeous aircraft. Was it the Victor that was outside? Was the Victor... I can't remember if it was the Victor or the Valiant that was a gate guardian here. Station also was one of few large enough for the operation of the United States Air Force's B-52 Stratofortress, and a number of these aircraft visited on exercise in the 70s and 80s. And then when we start going into the 80s, we start going into the Tornado GRs, the GR4 Marham. So 1980 to 1983, 24 hardened aircraft shelters were constructed to house future strike aircraft, which of course eventually seen the arrival of the Panavia Tornado GR1 in 82. The first Tornado GR1 to be delivered to Marham was ZA Zulu Alpha 601, 24th of April 1982 from BAE Wharton, in preparation for reformation of 617 Dambusters Squadron, which they now fly the F-35B. And that stood up in January 1983, the first. Followed by 27 Squadron, which reformed at Marham on the 12th of August. 57 Squadron disbanded at Marham on the 30th of June 1986, leaving 55 Squadron as the last Victor K2 unit at the base. '27 Squadron disbanded in September 1993 with its aircraft and crew transferring to number 12 Bomber Squadron. Now 12 Squadron, as you know, who moved to RAF Lossiemouth in January 1994, but number 55 Squadron, the last of the RAF Victor Squadrons, disbanded at Marham in 1993 in October, with the last Victor to leave departing in November. So 12 Squadron are now a joint Qatari Royal Air Force Squadron and now based, as you know, at RAF Coningsby. In December of that year, 1993, number 31 Squadron on the 17th of August, who landed their Tornadoes at Marham at precisely 13:31 hours. Just about make out an F-35. It's so high up with that. You can hear that's an F-35 going back to two F-35s heading back to RAF Lakenheath. They are very, very high in the sun. We'll leave them. Just enjoy the noise. We'll be there tomorrow. And of course, Tornado GR4s. Ba-da-da-da-da. So, from 2018, let's go some. So, Ministry of Defence announced in March 2013 that the entire British fleet of Lockheed Martin F-35B Lightning aircraft, which would be operated jointly by the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy's Fleet Air Arm, will be based here at RAF Marham. So you do have Royal Navy's Fleet Air Arm here as well. The first aircraft that arrived at Marham was on the 6th of June 2018. 4 F-35Bs of 617 Dambusters Squadron, supported by 3 Voyagers and an Atlas, made the 8-hour flight across Atlantic from Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort, can never pronounce that, in South Carolina. South Carolina. 207 Squadron were announced in 2017. Will be operational conversion unit for the F-35 Lightning. Cool. So 207 and 617 are part of number 1 Group Air Combat. How we all doing? Let's catch up with you. Hope I haven't bored you. Margot Baxter, thank you very much for the super chats. Oh yeah. Oi oi Ian Wright, how's it going? We are having a great week, Captain A, thanks man. Are there any flying, biting crit? No, there isn't. We're all right. We're safe here today. It's a gorgeous temperature here today. Thanks a lot, Chris. 39 Squadron was the last RAF Canberra PR9 Squadron the RAF had based at Marham. Absolutely brilliant. They've got I think they've got like a Canberra club here as well. It's pretty cool stuff. Again, do check out the Heritage Centre here at Marham. Probably do about complain about mobile phone. Iron, oi oi, good to have you on here, man. Spanner Flight, keeping it sweet and neat. Locked on now. Don't forget to hit the like, please, ladies, gents, and teddy bears. Those are your orders from our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Well, I'll tell you what, this sky is, this day is rather nice, I'll be honest with you. Thank you very much, everyone. So our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Ted, how you doing, mate? You good? Yes, F-35Bs are just based at Marham, and 17 Squadron have them at Edwards Air Force Base in America as well. So, as far as here, yes, but no, because the RAF have them with 17 Squadron in the US. Margot, thank you for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. Guards March for you, darling. Low level. Thank you very much there, Ted. Yeah, so there are, like I said, 17 Squadron. Who also fly the F-35B. So they're based at Edwards Air Force Base in California. They became, so 17 Squadron became the first Typhoon Squadron, by the way, as we've mentioned that before a few times. So they're the first ones to have it, and they were based at Coningsby. Aircraft flown have included the Hurricane 1 and 2, Canberra PR7 and the Tornado GR1. Now 17 Squadron are responsible for bringing the UK's first 5th generation combat aircraft into the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force frontline service. And the first UK squadron to take delivery of the F-35B Lightning 17 Squadron was done in 2014. So they've had a bit of history. And, oh, their motto, Accelerate, contende. Strive to excel. Ted just looking around now. Wow, 24.6k. That is, I'm really proud of that. That is, what a week. And it ain't finished yet. Right, we've got a bit of a mountain to climb then for tomorrow. So please, ladies, gents and teddy bears, first of all, support the channel. Hit the like. These are your orders from our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Come on, hit that like. These are your orders. And then, of course, if you're new to military aviation, we are pretty experienced with military aviation. That's all we do. We're the #1 streamer for military aviation. That's right, we're the #1 streaming. 24.6. We've never done civilian. Just wouldn't suit Ted, would it? It is a lovely day though. It's been I think it's been a very good day already. Like I said, we've had 5 departures, one Red Arrow practice diversion, and 2 F-35, 2 F-35As doing a high kilo approach. That was absolutely banging. So, ladies, gents, teddy bears, please hit that like. Do support the Ted Coningsby channel. We're on a mission. This is full time. You'll get about 4 to 5 military streams a week. How cool is that? All aviation, of course. Unless... What's this? Flight 4, just checking in now. Yep, excellent. So they sounds like they're coming into a formation. Doom 4-1 flight. Yes, excellent. Oh, I've got to stop walking into that, man. Not long now, at 5,000 feet. Runway 23 coming into formation. Hold on to your signals. Right. Try not to walk into that. James Beatwell, how you all doing? Oi. So it's the Ted Coningsby channel live here at RAF Marham, and we have hopefully a 4-ship formation of F-35Bs on approach. Very nice. And I've done it again. Stop walking into that. Well, if that's the least of the problems, then that's all right. So yeah, hoping they are coming into formation. Should be a 4-ship. F-35Bs coming at us. Coming at us? I was going to say coming at you, but coming at us. later. Any sense, teddy bears? We need these 4 to come in together. Come on, start hitting that lights if you want them to come in formation. It's just one of the Speed channel live here at RAF Marham. Come on. That's all good. Got all my bits ready, got Ted cam, I've got everything ready. Ted, you on that Ted cam, mate? Ted's giving me the nod. Just checked into the approach. Just like a game of patience now. I'm trying not to let tiny little black dots catch you out with visions of birds. You start to have aircraft hallucination, right? Plane spotting hallucination, right? Come on. Oh, this had better be worth it. You know how it is with plane spotting. Requires a lot of patience, but when we see things like this in formation, it's very good to see F-35B's force ship. Oh yeah. Come on. I hope you all enjoyed the F-35B flying with the AV-8 Harrier 2 at the Royal International Air Tattoo. That was a great pair up, that one. Absolutely phenomenal. Be a straight in low approach. Well, I hope the suspense is worth it. Come on. Ted, you good, mate? Ted's good. He's on the ready with the Ted cam. We're going to be watching F-35Bs. That's the B variant. ones at Lake Anifa are the A variant. The B variant are the Stovall aircraft, that's short takeoff and vertical landing. And you can see examples of vertical landing and short takeoffs of the F-35Bs on our videos that we've got. We've got a few shorts as well. Oh yeah, come on. Massive thank you to everyone that's gifted Ted Coningsby memberships today and given us super chats. Much love to you guys. And girls and teddy bears.
I'm going to have to be a bit careful on this off because I might get a reputation for being your stalker, mate.
You're on the list. It's you.
Here, mate, and you've got some equipment, haven't you? You've got some gear. Don't worry, mate. I've locked you in there, but I'd quite happily let you out, mate, when you need to go. Are they inbound, mate? Are they?
Yeah, 4.
Caught them just in time then.
Yes. Although the suspense is that a bit of a build up here. And with those trees being that high, you might miss them. Like in the distance, at least you've got a bit of a...
It's worth it when they get here.
Oh yeah.
I've been right down on the fence line when the Lightning 2s have been doing sort of like a semi-vertical landing. I don't know what they call it.
Vertical landing?
Yeah, but the noise was absolutely deafening. And then I thought afterwards, if he catches it a bit wrong, all those like on the War of the Worlds, that them 3 guys were scorched on the ground. That would be me.
Well, good news is, ladies and gents, teddy bears, I can hear an F-35B running as well, so more departures. we go. Hold on to your signals. They're just going to report when they're on final, and a straight in approach flight of 4. Here we go. Been waiting for a while now. All is good, it'll be worth it. Best things come to those.